Good day. This is the Diamonds. We want to talk about rules in relationship, marriage, and the choice of a life partner. You know, we live in the world of rules where there are rules for everything. There are rules in schools, rules in the mall, and rules everywhere you go to, roadside rules. And in relationship too, there are some standards to be set, but not necessarily strict rules. There are rules people set that make relationship to be difficult. And you see most people hardly have a stable partner because there are a set of rules and standards they set that no human living on the blue planet can actually fulfill. So let's talk about some of these rules. Number one, I want to say there are no rules in roles. There are no rules for roles. Anyone can take up the roles. You know, when we talk about roles, there are different roles in relationship or marriages, and one of the most popular is the roles of chores. Who to do the house chores, who is responsible for washing the plates and taking care of the kids and paying the bills. And it seems like in our society, these roles have been segmented and divided. Some believe a woman should cook and wash, and the man should just eat and sleep and just provide the bills, just provide the money for the bills. But this shouldn't just be so. A woman can actually she can pay the bills, and a man can do the chores. I've seen a picture of Serena Williams' husband actually feeding and taking care of the baby while she was busy with her sporting activity. And you know she's very successful. Which woman wouldn't be successful with that kind of a supportive husband? What if he was just the husband that believes that the woman should always feed the baby, and even during her sporting activity she should take care of the baby? That might not be possible. So a man, once in a while there can be overlapping. In football there is what we call overlapping, where a defender can go ahead and score the ball. He can score the goal. You know, that scoring should be for the strikers, but at times even a goalkeeper can go ahead and give the team a goal. So it's called overlapping. There can be overlapping in marriages where roles can be switched. Alright? So it's very possible for roles to be switched. So we have women that earn more than their husbands, but because roles have been divided, they will do nothing, practically nothing at all, waiting for him to provide everything, even with the little resources he has. This shouldn't be so. Roles will actually be whoever meets the need. Whoever meets the need should actually carry out the responsibility. If you meet the need and you meet the dirty clothes and everything, you mustn't wait for your wife to be back before you pack it and allow her to do everything. That might actually make her to get old before time. And you mustn't allow your husband to die before time because you want him to carry out all the financial responsibility. You hear some sarcastic statements like, he is the man. I wasn't the one who married him, so let him do everything. Well, people mustn't do everything. I believe that this is a team. Marriage is a team, relationship is a team, and in teamwork there should be mutual responsibilities and sharing of roles. Alright, that's number one. Number two, there is this misconception about the rules of age. You see people talking about the man must be older. He must actually be 5 years older than me, 10 years older, 20 years older. And you hear some people go to the extreme of saying they can't even marry their age mates. And the man must be that, if not, they won't respect him. Well, respect has nothing to do with age. If you are disrespectful, you'll be disrespectful even to an old man, to young children, and to every other person. So disrespect has nothing to do with age. If you are disrespectful, even if your husband is 20 years older than you, you still disrespect him. So there is no rules, or there are no rules anywhere set that the man must be older than the woman. Some said because Adam came before Eve, so the man should be older. But it wasn't written anywhere that Adam was older than Eve. Yes, Adam was created before Eve. But remember that both of them were created as adults. What if God created Adam as a 30-year-old adult and created Eve as a 40-year-old adult? I'm sure God did not measure their age before bringing them. So it wasn't about age. Number 2 example to show that age isn't the factor for marriage. You remember the story of Judah and Tamar and his 3 children. Remember, she married the first, which died, and the second, which was killed by God for not wanting to reproduce. And then the last one, Judah made it clear that she will wait for the last child to marry him. It means she was far older than him, but age wasn't considered as the factor, since she could actually wait for him. The 3rd example was when the Pharisees were giving Jesus an example of a woman that married 7 brothers. And in all probability, that woman will be older than at least the last 4. She married the first brother, married the second, and the 3rd, up to the 7th. So that shows us that age is not actually the factor. So there is no rules anywhere that the man must be older than the woman. Even if he's older, fine. If the woman is a little bit older than him, good. As long as there will be respect. If as a woman you can respect a younger person and you see him as someone to look up to and someone that can mentor you, there is nothing wrong if he's older, because age is not actually the thing. If age is the factor, then Methuselah would have been the greatest man on earth. But we have people like Jesus and the rest which died at very early ages, but we know their impact. So we should go for impact and mentorship and compatibility and not just the age. Alright? So there are no rules. Number 3, there are no rules to the standard of the wedding. Now, you know, everybody's trying to meet up to standards of wedding. My wedding must be the heat of the town. It must be the talk of the town. No one has been given an award for the best wedding in the world. And even if your wedding is very standard, before you can say anything, another wedding will beat yours. There will be more event planners. More event planners are coming on every day. So definitely another wedding will be more than yours. Now, is there a problem if you have the money? No. If you have the money to sponsor the best of weddings, if you have the money to even spend $1 billion in a wedding, that's fine. But where the problem is where someone will put himself under pressure, put himself under serious, terrible pressure. I know of someone that married and after 3 years is still settling debt. After 3 years in the marriage, still settling debts. Debts that he incurred during the wedding celebration. Now that's unnecessary pressure. No one sets the rule. Even if there is a rule, you can redefine the rule. No one says there must be 1,000 people in your wedding, or there must be the latest cake. Who even set the rules for cake? Cake isn't even a must. You mustn't have a cake to have a successful wedding. You mustn't have the video covering. You mustn't even have a reception. I have a friend who wedded in the church, and after the joining, they just distributed the food outside and everyone went home. Reception is not a must. Even the event in the church is not a must. There are some that can invite the pastor to their home. They can invite the pastor to the park. If you want to invite a religious leader, you can invite him anywhere, and he will actually be willing to come and join you wherever you are. You mustn't make your life complicated. You know, some of what we call delay in marriage is nothing but a procrastination, an unnecessary procrastination for a standard wedding. Yes, most of what we call delay in marriage is just procrastination. Most of these people are ready to be married, but they are not ready for the wedding. They are ready for marriage, but they are not ready for the wedding. And because of the standard they've set for wedding, their marriage is being delayed. So what matters is not the standard of your marriage, really. It's not the standard of your wedding, but the standard of the marriage. The mentorship you give to this generation will not be according to how big your wedding is, but how compatible you are in your marriage. That is what the next generation are longing for. We are not after people that have the best of the wedding only to divorce after some few days. So no one set any rule for any wedding. Don't kill yourself. Don't choke your life, and don't complicate your life in the name of wanting to have the best cake, the best wedding gown, the DJ must come from America, and all those things. Just try to make your life simple. Thank you very much, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and then click on the bell for the notification. See you.